The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.
Good evening, everybody. A little technical difficulties there. Launching up Star Citizen, and I had a super crash on my computer, which took out OBS and my stream. So everything looks like it's back up and running. Hey, Vince, how you doing? How you kneeling? I saw that earlier. Katie's doing okay. She's still hanging in there. I'm still hoping to get her surgery, hopefully sometime in February when I can raise enough money. So, but she's doing good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Second as I get everything kind of dialed in here. Oh, there is somebody in my apartment. Excuse me, sir. You in my room? Okay, can you move so I can get around you? Thank you, buddy. Wow, you just destroyed the whole entire room. What the heck? You have no manners whatsoever there, buddy. Yeah, you know what you did. Okay, we successfully got out. We are in Orison, so I've been doing a bunch of, why is my game audio not coming up? Hold on for a second, guys. There we go. A lot of technical difficulties. So I've been running between Orison and Ambitious to, do salvaging runs and sell. So I'm at 17 mil. Zirin was kind enough to donate quite a bit as far as millions. I'm on my way to grinding for a Valkyrie. So I'm only a couple mil short. Sucks having roommates. Yeah, I mean, look at that. He's still following me. Dude, come on now. Can't clean up after himself? Go to the lobby. Yeah, see. You are very acrobatic. The hell? He's just trying to knock in and injure me. Yeah. What a prick. Seriously, dude. Get a life. Did the whole roommate thing in college. Had one roommate. We worked at the same place. Literally can't make this up. We worked at an auto detailing shop, so I buffed cars and cleaned them and stuff like that. It was mind-numbing fun for me, and wow. We even got a street performer out here tonight. Star Citizen is not disappointing thus far. Oh, and I can't lean either. Darn it. So we worked at the same place. His name was Ryan. I'm not going to throw his last name out for obvious reasons. And he'd been my roommate for about 3 or 4 months. And like I said, we worked at the same place, the same shop, same hours. I drove him because he didn't have a car. And it was time to pay rent on the first. And he's like, I haven't got paid yet. So I'm like, okay, well, okay, maybe something happened to his bank account or something like that. So after a few days, I went down and talked to my manager. I'm like, so he's saying he hadn't got paid. Is that true? And she's like, no, he's lying to you. So he adamantly denied it up and down and stuff and really shafted me. So in the middle of the night, I took all of his clothes and threw him out the 3rd-story window. Told him to come pick up his stuff. He put me in a pretty bad spot. Especially when you're younger, right? You try to build up your credit and stuff, and you're in college. You're young. You live off of SpaghettiOs, ramen, and the roasted rotisserie chickens at the local food store. And macaroni and cheese. That's always a staple. Stuffing is always a good option. It's filling. Tastes fantastic, and it's really quick and easy to make. So... The mime's at a whole different level. He's just... I'm trying to think of puns, but I can't think of any puns right now. He's really leaning into it. Yeah, it might work a little bit. You saw how they did that street performer trick in Prague once? Why is there a guy... What is going on tonight?
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
It's literally like a circus. What the heck? Oh, and there's Rami. Honestly, just gonna crawl around. He's breakdancing. You got it. Come on, go. 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 Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. A little more. Come on. Put a show on. Strike that pose. There. Dude, get away from my feet. It would be better if he's like doing ar rah 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 rah. Oh my god. Oh, you learn how to use hand signals. That's so great.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Hey, he's upright again.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
So for the street performer in Prague, is it basically they have what, a weighted metal cane that's like really thin, really strong that they use that you can't see underneath the robe?
A friendly reminder
I would assume.
your personal belongings before and after all shuttle flights, and to dispose of any trash at appropriate receptacles. No stress, no mess.
Seriously.
Miss your shuttle? Not a problem.
I'm sorry, I knocked my health down. What the heck is... Some people's kids, right? Oh, I gotta remember how the heck to get out of here. Well, no, this is the way it came. The elevator didn't go up.
At Orson Skyway Shuttle Service, we aim to make...
Zenrin just logged out. I got in, luckily, after my 3rd attempt. I did the DNS flush and all that stuff before. Then as soon as I started streaming, got a super crash.
Personal belongings before and after all.
What is going on with people? Okay, pretty trees. Now we're going. I had to take a nappy poo after I got off of work today. I hit a, oh my God, I hit a wall. I could not recover. And I woke up, and I usually only eat like maybe once, maybe twice a day at max. And I was hungry as can be. So I have a pretty good idea that I'm going to be coming down with something here fairly soon. Also, you cannot start an effective salvage run without getting some ice cream with sprinkles on top. I'm going to carry. All right. There, I got a few of those. You can neither nor confirm being that drunk while in the rock. Zenerin, my server's running good if you wanted to jump back in on me. Other than some of the... What? Somebody just put some horns in that guy. Jeez, oh man, he's just like running around everywhere. Okay, so I better pull up my ship first, because last time I didn't, my ship got eaten in the cargo hangar. So we're going to grab the vulture here. Really? I don't even bother to store vehicles anymore because you have to claim them every single time. Metal framework with weighted plate under a carpet. Easily collapsible, but cantilevered and holds... Ah, very cool.
Thank you.
Let me get some game audio up. I didn't realize it was that low. Sorry, guys. At least the timer's working.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Not feeling well, won't be a good wingman, right? No worries, guy. No worries at all. I foresee myself sleeping in pretty late tomorrow. You want to buy those whale plushies, but bugged out before getting it. Oh, it sucks. I do like, obviously, with our larger backpacks, that we can actually store a couple of those plushies in. You don't just have to carry them. Where are the terminals? You don't just have to carry them by your, just a hand. So why would there not be... So the reason I'm not going to go down my hangar, I found that if I go down there and then pull my ship up, I have issues where it's clipping through the floor. Okay, we're going to take a chocolate. I wouldn't mind a pistachio. We're going to grab one of each, because you know what? We're not really watching our weight. And... oh, hell. Let's just grab all of them. Who doesn't like ice cream? Evan, I saw your text earlier before the stream crashed. Appreciate you throwing your support over on Twitch for me. Help me get to affiliate. Thank you.
Please visit us again.
So yeah, I didn't see any patch. You know what? I'll go buy a couple plushies. They shouldn't melt them. Oh, the ice cream cones. Never mind. It is a Friday. Actually, my I think my backpack has special cooling customization inside of it. Those would be the vent holes right there. Otherwise, it looks like a little beaver, doesn't it? Got the two eyes here, the muzzle, the little tooth right here, and the mouth open with the tongue. So I'll call this the beaver backpack. You just can't unsee that now, can you?
Welcome to the
Rude.
vehicle retrieval system.
Do-do-do. But yeah, I didn't see any news on a patch being dropped at all this evening, so I'm just gonna do the salvage because pretty much everything else is pretty much bugged out, which is fine. I think we all knew that going in when they leave. I mean, everybody wanted the 4.0 to come out. No, we won't complain. We just want something to play. The new hotness. And then, of course, Reddit blows up with everybody whining and complaining about it. It's like, really? You guys asked for this. So, now that the devs are back, obviously, yeah. They got a much deserved break. Just curious what contracts are even. Bounty hunting, hauling, mercenary, salvage. Okay, see if we can pick up our.
Vehicle retrieval system.
We can retrieve the vulture.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
With
Your
RMC
vehicle has been delivered. Please visit.
selling for such a good price here, I'm actually tempted. So one person's YouTube video said there might be a possibility they might have to wipe. I haven't heard anything about that other than that video. It's all just speculation and stuff. And if they have to, whatever, right? I don't mind grinding it out. But, yeah, get out of my elevator. What is up with everybody? Everybody's got ants in their pants tonight. Is it full moon or what's going on here? But I might actually put my, if we did get a wipe, I might actually put my respawn here instead of Area 18. You got Cousin Crow's here. Ambitious is right there for the loop back and forth. Just make sure nothing got stuck in here. So the way I was doing it the last few days is I was grinding, storing all my stuff at let me close this up, at Ambitious Station, and then just making a trip in my Zeus and loading 100 SCU individually. Zenerin was very kind to help me do 2 or 3 runs last night till pretty late. I did an 85 this morning in between meetings for work. You bought the ticket, you're taking the ride, bugs will come and go. I'm here to have fun. Exactly, right? That's what it's all about. And I think it's really important, you know, that you brought that up, and I always mention it, you know, just somebody that's maybe new in, is you have to have a bunch of different game loops that you enjoy. If you stick to one and one's broken, like say cargo hauling, it's going to be miserable. So you got to diversify a little bit. Maybe doing bunker runs. Maybe, you know, there's exploration in some sense, but there's mining and there's salvaging and stuff. And like the vulture isn't too bad. I think the vulture in game is only at what would it be? I think like it's under 3 million, I thought. Maybe 2.6 or something like that. So it's not too bad. Vince, the way you heard things, call your ship from up top. Wait till the marker shows down below, then head down your hangar. Yeah, that's a smart way to go. Oh my goodness, everything is just so bright. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna throw our cruise control on. Let's get our cruise control up. Let's reorientate. I have I'm sure you guys know I have a 40-inch OLED, so like I'm getting blinded right now at how everything is so bright. Okay, so we'll do A and B. The servers last night weren't horrible, but we did get server errors, but for the most part they would recover, so you wouldn't lose anything. What is up with give me a second here. Options, graphics. Somehow that got changed to window. I want borderless. There we go. Oh, and in case you guys, so if you go to, is it game settings? Okay, so here's your advanced HUD controls, so you don't have to go to your panels in your ship. you can just go to game settings, scroll down a little bit, and here's where you can turn on your SCM, nav, and all that good stuff. So every time you jump in your ship, you don't have to switch back and forth between those. That's a nice time saver. Okay, so quantum's not working. Let's go down and back up, turn it back on. That's spooling. Okay. Let's try this again. Cycle through the different modes. Nothing. So here, let me back this camera out. I would think that it was still almost an atmosphere, but there's 75, so we should be straight up. And obviously it is online. It's not going to spool if it's not online. Oh, that's why. Server error. There goes our first one of the night. 51, I don't know the controls well enough to do any of the combat like bunker runs yet. No worries, it's a process, right? It all takes time. Zeteran Vultures 2.646 million. Thank you, sir. Still can't. Well, you can't use quantum if you're in atmosphere, right? Let's try this one more time, then I'm gonna shut the ship down. Okay, let's do you. Maybe. I might get another server error here. Let's see. Engines. Oh. Let's see if that did anything. Oh, for goodness sakes. Let's just grab a different marker. So let's do an L1. Clear. See if we can route to DMR. Oh, quantum is not working in the game. Zenerin, when you were on, did you have the same issues where quantum wasn't working? Oh, and my joysticks keys stopped working as well. So I think we're going to get another server error here. Well, at least we can see if we get out of atmosphere. Or get out of. So it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a serious Moonlight. Like my star says the name, but it was already taken on Twitch. Okay. Ah, you want me to just refer to you as Moonlight then? You didn't leave Orison, just picked up stealth components and equipped them. Gotcha. Add server about every 5 minutes. Lucky us. Because usually if the devs are going to push something out, I usually have something between 5 and 7:30 in my Discord for news and stuff. I didn't see anything at all. So it's probably taking a little bit longer for them to get the little hot fix out. And they might have just applied it to the servers, right? And we didn't have to do a client update or update our, update our game files or anything. There we go. Now I'm not so blinded anymore. Pretty blue sky. Okay, let's see if cycle through all my modes again. See if we can quantum once again. Oh, there we go. We did for a second there. Small little miracles. Restricted vehicles will be impounded. Why do you get to pound me? Okay, now let's see if we can actually get to the ambitious station. There's definitely been a lot more pirates lurking around. Oh, this is much better. A lot more pleasing on my eyes. There we go. A little delayed, but we got it. Events needs to be an emergency change request to reboot all the servers. Then all infrastructure people collectively. So one thing I have been doing is stopping a little short just outside of the field for scraping. There we go. I should have stopped just right on the outskirts. Yep. Look at that. Perfect timing. Let's go. Okay, speed limiter all the way up. Let's switch to scanning mode. Change our scanning nozzle to about there. Then I'll keep my ambitious quantum marker up there. In case I run into baddies, we can jump. So anybody that's watching that's new, welcome, welcome. If you are new to salvaging, we were with the Vulture. And you are looking for signatures of, holy crap, that's awesome. Increments of 2,000. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All that good stuff. And the higher the number, the less running you have to do. So, looks like we're being smiled upon. It's a nice signature there. And then I'll switch into gun mode. That's my new, instead of dropping my landing gear to slow down, I will just switch my SCM mode. And that works fantastic. It's like an instant stop almost. Okay, we'll start at the back of the pack and then I'll work our way up. And then let's see. Huh. What the? What did I just run into? And where do my panels go? Oh, there it is. I'll catch up on chat here in a second once I... So I'll usually go into gun mode and then I'll switch over to mining or salvaging, sorry. And then I'll keep my shields up just in case. And what I've been doing is come up to your MFD up here and then Alt and then scroll your mouse so you can see the little rings change. I'm just making sure my radar is pinging further away. So if any baddies are out there, and you guys will be proud of me, I actually started using my cinch scraper. If it, my ready grip tractor. Oh, I think we might have another server error. Yep, we're gonna have a server error because their material isn't rendered into that panel. Oh, let's try another panel. Over yonder. So obviously there's material on here. It's just not showing up. There is always something, right? Moonlight's a tribute to Dave Bowie. He had a song, Serious Moonlight. He was the Starman. And Sirius is the brightest star in the sky, so Sirius Moonlight, gotcha. Very cool. My name is very unoriginal. Tiny house and gaming. I thought that maybe eventually if I... maybe eventually down the road I'll do tiny space gaming. I think that'd be kind of a clever play, right? Ah, some iced tea. Well, son of a biscuit. Pretty sure all these panels are then not rendering in, so I might have to go try to find another find. I mean, there is the possibility that they've been... could have been scraped and just not showing the material, but... doubtful. Okay, scanning mode. And unfortunately, we are going to have to look for the next place. We'll do the 8,000. Yeah. Yep. I was still hoping that that would spawn in, because that would be a huge time saver. Hey, Uber. Good evening to you as well. Welcome, welcome. Crappy? Took me a little while to finally quantum get out of atmosphere. I haven't had I had a server error, but it recovered. So I guess not as terrible as it could be. Okay, I'm gonna switch to nav. So we can go a little bit faster here, because we ain't so moving. So found a nice signature back there, Uber, for panels, but it wasn't showing material scraped. It wasn't really showing material on them. So I'll switch over to my gun mode, and it will slow me down nice and perfectly. No hands on the sticks. Look at that. And these panels still have that same color, so... almost out of game loops, right? Because cargo's not working. Son of a biscuit. We're even having issues earlier today where sometimes these panels are the smaller mid-sized triangle ones or arrowhead-shaped ones. They would spawn in on top of each other. Like, even if I switch to my Ready Grip tractor module, it's not actually grabbing the panel like it should anyways. So it's like they're not registering. So let's see, we're gonna go to Ambitious Station. I'm gonna quantum up there, set my spawn point, and maybe jump servers. Moonlight, those number markers weren't showing up for you. You had to just drive to each next to closest one. Yeah, they do it occasionally. So one of the things you can do is you can switch out and then back into scan mode, right? You can cycle through all your different modes and stuff and see if that works. Otherwise, you can always power down your ship and power it back up. Is another way, right? There's always like 4 ways to hey, look at that. Why is my Ready Grip tractor module not working? You know what? Who cares? We can actually get material off of You know what? I'm just gonna go with it. The tractor module isn't working yet, but the scrapers are. So I'm gonna pause here for a second, guys, and catch up on chat. Uber, same for you. Switch over to Asia region for a bit. It was better for you, but black screened after one mining trip, so you called it a day. That can be pretty frustrating. Were you able to unload before your port crashed? Vince, you may have to switch the foul language game loop, right? No, I don't want to be salty. There's enough streamers out there that are salty enough. I like nice and chill, relaxing, and have fun. I mean, obviously everybody's here knows about all the bugs in the game, and stuff. And the new people that watch the stream that are asking questions, we can all help them out, and kind of give. We're gonna have a server error. So you see all the materials getting put back on. I'll just stop. It's typically we're gonna get a server error right away. So I'm just gonna stop here for a second. If the material disappears, where we had salvaged previously, then the server, you know, kind of caught itself, right? It's only from watching you that I knew what I was missing. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, and like I said, I believe you're relatively new to the game, correct? Within maybe the last week or two? You're more than welcome to jump on the Discord and hit me up, and then we can go out and take my Vulture out of one of my ships and do a few game loops. I'm always up for that. Actually, Rickar got a hold of me when I was on this morning for a little bit. He actually got stuck in his seat in his reclaimer, so he asked if I would help. So I left my salvaging field, ran over there. Somebody had previously tried to get in a ship, so his airlock was open. So I went there and I got totally lost in the reclaimer because, oh my god, it's a maze if you're not familiar with it. And finally found the cockpit, couldn't get him out, and he's like, "Oh, can you just murder me?" So I Dr. Kevorkian'd him, and he was hoping that he would, because he couldn't backspace at all. So he was hoping that if I stayed there and we just re-invited to the party, he could just come on and get his ship. But unfortunately, between server errors and all that stuff, I ended up losing my salvaging haul, and he lost all of his and his reclaimers. So fun times. Oh, you didn't try shutting the ship off? Not again? No worries. You know, it's hit or miss, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, is the material going to come back on? It looks like it is. So let's wait for the servers to catch up. I feel like tonight's going to be a very, little bit frustrating, but chill, right? We may try to get in the morning, figure early morning time. Might be lower populations on the servers, sure. You'll be back trying to play differently. Oh, you'll be back trying to play definitely all of Sunday? Yeah, I don't have any plans Sunday, barring a nuclear attack or sudden death, which I don't really foresee myself. Go ahead and hit me up in my Discord. Be more than happy to show you the ropes. Because everybody that likes Star Citizen, their close group of friends, nobody wants to play the game with them. So it's nice to have a really good community of people that just, you know, want to hang out, show the game loops and stuff. There goes the material back again. Give me material. See if the ready tractor script. Oh, it won't even let me switch. Really? Wait a second here. Can I? Nope, it won't even let me switch to my ready module. Okay, let's go to the Ambitious Dream Station. I'm gonna server hop. I can get into my nav mode. Wow, really? Oh, I don't want to. We'll see if we can actually get to it without. Because I'm nervous if I backspace, or not backspace, but log out. I could try bed logging, couldn't I? 66 kilometers out. At the edge of the asteroid field, right? So let's leave this up. Let's keep our shields up. Let's make sure we go back into gun mode. And here, give me a second. Let's throw... Yep, there's a server error. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully this will solve the panel issue so we can get back to scraping. So... Your plans for Sunday are ice storms. Oofta. That's not good. Are you, do you have skates already? Bed logging for the win. I usually have 90% success with bed logging, so... Come on, Mr. Silva. I saw that 4.0.1 next week is going to come out for some additional stuff that they weren't able to add in time. So I'll be curious to see what that is. No skates, just hunkering down and praying for the power stays up. Gotcha. So when I built my house way out in the country, I for my electric out there, I had a nice, well, it wasn't like top of the line, but you could run 240 off of it. It was a pretty beefy generator that I used for building my guest cabin before and then by the time the main house came, I think the next day, the electrician was out just to run the power from the hole to the box inside the house. And then I did all the wiring and plumbing off of that. Do you have a backup generator? So I want to say, aren't ice storms frequent down there in Kentucky? Or maybe it's hit or miss, depending on the El Nino, La Nina thing. I think it'd be really cool. I see some videos occasionally of like up in Canada where the river freezes over and people are on skates going to and from work and stuff, just skating down the middle of town through the river. Always look pretty cool. Be an experience, I think. Hopefully the server, usually they're what, 1 minute to 3 max, I think, in my experience. So, and we're back. Look at that. You heard me talking about it. Oh, wait, now we gotta find those panels again. So I should have been back. So it's 18. I know I didn't dip down. So it was further out in space, wasn't it, guys? $34. And they could have very well despawned as well. There we go. $51. Hopefully I'm not getting you guys too sick. There's the 8,000. want to say we didn't travel more than 15 for the other ones. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you guys sick. Ugh. $34. There we go. I think that was it. Let's get back into navigation mode if I can. Okay, there's our 10. There it is. There's our 20. Was up here. Is it right here? 34. Why don't I have any throughout? Oh, engines are off? No, they're on. Oh, well, I got put back in scanning mode. Get out of scanning. Holy crap. There's our 8, there's our 10, and I thought we saw at 20. Or yeah, you know what? We'll head for the 10. Oh, I bet that was it down there, maybe 17. You see, it was right next to the other one. Just out of curiosity, we have our 8 over there. What? Okay, why did my... Seriously? Let's get up here then. There we go. I'll switch in my guns if it will let me. We'll come to a nice... Yeah, switching, because I used to throw my landing gear down to kind of mitigate if I was going too fast and stuff, but then I started, found the SCM, just switching over to gun mode works even better. Okay, can we switch to our ready grip? Looks like we can. Oh, look at that, we can grab the panel. And yes, I have finally graduated to the big boys club and started actually salvaging with the tractor module. You have a Jenny, and ice does happen from time to time, more often than not. Your neighborhood will lose power for at least 3 days. Yikes. At least you have the generator, right? It's always a good backup to have. My furnace at my house that I built in the country had a Renai furnace. They're made in Japan. It's a propane. And it's basically just a rectangle that sits on the wall. And it heated it would heat me out of my house when it was like 30 below. So I usually kept the heat on like 66 in my house because my house was spray foamed. So I had really good R value. My windows are complete crap. They're just a basic vinyl, so nothing spectacular. But I figured between the efficiency of the spray foam and the windows leaking a little bit of fresh air kind of balanced out a little bit. So I mean, they weren't horrible, but they weren't the best. They'd be like the middle of the road gelled winds you'd probably buy like at Menards. I'm not sure what the equivalent would be for Lowe's or Home Depot. But I use that plenty of times. We actually had a flood and stuff, and we had straight line winds. Actually, no, it wasn't that flood. I got there before just after the flood. We had straight line winds one night, and I had a pine tree come, and I had a sliding glass door in my living room and then in my bedroom. And my one dog, Sammy, he would sleep between the window and the bed, and Katie would always sleep up on bed with me and the 2 cats. They all snuggled in fur. And I can't do an external camera, fortunately. And middle of the night, I heard Sammy just started barking, and I heard a big thrush or thrash. And the birch tree, the big one, came down, and luckily it stopped short about 3 feet of the window. So that could have been a lot worse. But I think I spent a good week and a half cleaning up all the trees, and our power had gone out, like everybody else's in the area. So I got my power back in about, I want to say, a week. In town with the people I worked with, they weren't so lucky. So once my power came back on, I just shared my generator with them. But, you know, when you live out in the country and stuff, you need a backup for a backup, because you never know. OB Global Chat's not working for you too? I thought it was bugged just for me. Let's see. Yeah, no messages. I can type in test. I don't believe it is. Yeah, it's bugged for me as well. But at least the server resolved itself, and now we can scrape. So, makes me happy. I think all the griefing and stuff, people... Either the griefers are getting griefed in Pyro, are getting frustrated now coming here to do it to us. Or if it's just they don't like they're upset at the patch or something, just want to act out. But so far, been griefed twice now, I want to say. And the joke was on the people both times, because I had nothing on me. And I think the only thing the person last time in the stream grabbed from me was the max air tractor beam on my back. But I was able to pull my Hornet up, and his Cuddy Black was still out there. And I was able to blow it up, so it made me feel good. Here's a question. I don't really run into too many crime stats. If you get griefed by a player and you press charges, that give them a crime stat of 2 or 3? Or does it go all the way up to 4? I guess I'm curious that if you get griefed and you can report it, obviously you can if you're dead, but if that gives them a 4 crime stat and they go right to jail. Almost made a pancreas looking thing there. Oh, not anymore. I did end up earlier today, on my way out to do some panel scraping. I ran into it was another Cuddy Black, actually. Cuddy Blacks have been pretty popular up here for griefers. And it was all scraped already. So I ended up fracturing it and then disintegrating it. And the construction material I got off of it, only sold at Orison for 2.7K. Whereas Salvage RMC or Waste or whatever it's called that you get from the Vulture for doing panels goes for 11 something. 11,000 something. So scraping is definitely a lot better money-wise. Because I actually ended up filling up my hopper just by scraping most of his, or disintegrating most of his ship. Oh, it's always a lovely game. Why can't? Nope. Let's try this again. Oh, ready, grip. Ah, I just learned something. So I've just been using R to rotate the panels, right? I didn't realize you can use the middle mouse button to do increments. Do. So I swear I learn something new every day with this game. Hey, Ricard, buddy. I'm sorry we couldn't get your reclaimer back for you today. We tried, didn't we? How's the wife and kids over on the other side of the pond? So this one side of here should pretty much fill us up. And we'll go down, we'll do put our shields to maximum and stuff, and risk the biscuit and do a little bit of stacking. I mean, conceivably, if I was too worried about getting ganked, I could set a quantum point for back to Orison, and then after like a few seconds, just drop out a quantum. Nobody's gonna find you out there. No problem. Still really appreciate your help. Yeah, no worries. I wish we would have had a better success story. But we gave it the effort. I told everybody I Jack Kevorkian'd you. So. Yeah, Rickard found, was it a 42,000 panel signature out at Yella? It was crazy insane. I think that nap this afternoon after work, I feel rejuvenated. And I took an extra shower too, just more of a comfort thing when you're not feeling good, right? Nice hot shower. At my old house, and then the other tiny house that I built, and then the new one I'll have later on this summer or late spring, I do the on-demand propane water heaters. I use Renai for those. I love that company. And I remember when I first moved into my first place, and the well guys, after having to blast through rock, because they had like 198 feet for my well before they hit water. I remember having the plumber come out and just do the gas hookup. I can do it myself, but I prefer something like that. I just want a professional in case I miss something. I mean, obviously, like basic stuff, right? Like replacing a gas line, doing the bubble test and all that good stuff. But I had to run a pretty good line into the house and into a few areas. So, but I remember they left, and I fired up my hot water heater for the first time and took like a 45-minute hot shower. It was divine. It's the simple pleasures in life. Yeah, it was a little bit of a tease, huh, Rickar? And we're full. So what I'll usually do is turn my engines off. Turn my lights off. And then let's go up here. So our shields as high as we can. We don't really need these. Turn these off. And then we can scroll a little bit. Salvage beam is fine. Life support. I don't have. I'm just trying to lower his signature. This really isn't necessary. You know, I can just leave life support on. I mean, I got a helmet anyway, so I'm not going to die anytime soon. Okay. And then what I started doing is face backwards, do the moonwalk. You don't have to worry about it getting stuck on the ladder. And good, our modules there. Eject. For people that don't know, the craft menu. So if you have construction material and stuff, just a little slide of it, you can actually craft a tractor beam, a multi-tool, and a bunch of stuff right here. And craft a fuse. So we're going to the depot, auto eject. CIG, if you're watching, please turn that light right there to green. And we'll eject and stack. So what I typically do is do my 13 all the way down here and coming back. And then after that's done, I'll go up, fill it up one more time. Hey, Retro, thank you for the follow. And Katie will thank you as well. Or for the subscription. It says following up there for her because she hasn't learned the word for follow or for subscribe yet. So thank you for your support. Appreciate that. Not gonna lie, maybe jump there a little bit. I wasn't seeing that one coming. You hadn't been teased like that since you're 18 and snuck into a strip bar. Oi. I never went to a strip bar. Well, actually for work I did. I worked for a private protection company. And I had to do my test. So basically, you had to have a year of law enforcement schooling underneath your belt to apply for them. So we ran Baker patrols, so 2 people in a unit. And we'd have a place down in Minneapolis that we'd hit late at night, probably, I think it was around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when they closed up or whatever it was. And just make sure the ladies get to their cars safely. I always liked working nights because you never have the same night twice. Okay, apparently. Ah! We're haunted now. The ghost of something's getting me here. Honestly. I can't snap. Oh, that'll snap over there. See if this one will go over here. Hold on. Oh, it does not want to go back in there. Give me a second. I'm probably going to get another server error because I can't move anything. Come on, that way, that way. Retro, Happy New Year's. Good luck with the pup, but you're also having issues with your cat, so you might lose. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. And thank you. Yeah, Kitty's she's doing okay. She's being a trooper until we can get her surgery done. What the? Okay, so yeah, my ship is possessed. Hey, Cersei, good evening to you as well. Ricard, did I hear you right? Someone tried plucking you again? Oh, yeah, so somebody tried ganking me. I think it was earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday. Can't remember. Some people's kids. Retro, you were armed security for the city for like 5 years, but your dad got sick. He's able to vet on dialysis. It's important to make sure we take care of our parents, right? It was a fun job. I like that my nights are interesting, especially downtown Minneapolis and St. Paul. There's always something going on. So I don't think the gods are going to let us For goodness sakes, come on. Okay, so I can stack that one there. I don't want. Oh, for gosh sakes. Okay, so we apparently can't stack in that corner. That's just the way it's going to be, because I don't want a stacky for some reason. Alright, so we'll go back up and we'll grab the rest. Fill her up one more time. Ghost of Red Coop. Red Coop has come for you. Red Corp. Gotcha. Right? It's just funny because it's just that one little area. Through the box there, it just comes right back at me. That'd be what, a poltergeist? Is that correct? Is that the right phenomenon? Ricardo, your wife got curious about a strip bar being a foreigner. She didn't know what they... Oh, okay, what they were. This place won over $20 cover, so... The sleight of hand trick. I mean, they're cool when you're younger, right? I suppose you go in, it's like, oh, look at this. But as you get older, it's like, nah, I'm okay. Retro, thank you for the follow over on Twitch as well. Katie says thank you as well. A second here, ladies and gents, and I'll catch up on chat here in just a second. Determined to get this last little bit scraped off here before we get a server error. And then too, like, I'm always checking my radar. So if I see another white blimp up there, no matter where I'm at as far as salvaging, typically it's just not going to be somebody else that's salvaging. It should be somebody that's wants to try to ruin my day. So we're completely empty on that guy. Oh, hey, look at that. My external camera's gone. So what I like to do is back out my camera all the way, which gives me a nice view of being able to see all the extra panels and stuff. So it looks like we still have this one over here to grab. Nope, we got that. Okay, let's find our next section of panels. We were at a 10, and I know there was an 8, and there was a 20. Isn't there a 22 right around here somewhere? Not just... Okay, so if we were looking at the station... Where are we at? I think I need to get away from these panels because they're going to screw up my signature. They're going to signature block me. Don't know if that's a thing, but could possibly coin it. Okay, so there's a station, so we want to keep on going away from the station. I think that's a 10,000. Nope, 19. It's a fun little game when the markers are bugged, just trying to ping and read as fast as you can. Okay, that's an 18,000. We're good tracks. So let's get out here, and then I will catch up on chat. Currently just trying not to get killed by an asteroid. And funny thing, if you're in the vulture and any of your shields up, doesn't matter. Does not protect you one iota from an asteroid. So we're at 3.1. so they should start dropping here pretty soon. There we go. And then, like I said, what my little cheat is I'm already in gun mode. So we got that. Let's start with this guy down here. Take my speed limiter down a little bit. I'll back off a little bit. Switch into, whoa, I don't know. Back. Oh, there we go. Let's see, we'll switch to ready grip. And we'll reorientate this. And then if you use the mouse wheel while holding down R, you can spin it around. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me catch up on chat here. So did your wife like the bar, Rickar? You're kind of everywhere. Also did the night. Also, yep. Yeah, nights are definitely more interesting for sure. I remember we were chasing this one person literally into this really bad neighborhood through the alley. Me and my partner are going through the alley and stuff, and we couldn't find him. And we're walking back, and a cat jumped out of one of the garbage dumpsters and scared the complete crap out of both of us. So at the time it was like, oh my god, but afterwards it was pretty funny. Retro, you're hoping to help with your Premia tiny bit? Prima. Yeah, we're getting closer a little bit for affiliate over on Twitch. I think I just have to average now 3 viewers. So it's a grind. It'll happen when it happens. So what's kind of funny is one of the dancers there lived in an apartment just below us. Those cheap walls and oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't think I'd ever date a stripper. Not saying they're all bad people and stuff, but like a little bit more of a modest woman. Oh, your Prime. Gotcha. Retro. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, it's just I get the average 3 viewers over on Twitch, and I think now I'm at like 1.67, somewhere around there. So you like the stripper because she drove a nice car. Well, aren't you shallow, Rickar? Retro, have I ever tried streaming this super late? So my schedule, I'm in the US. My schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 8 o'clock at night till 11, or a little bit later on, possibly on Fridays. I work a 9 to 5, so streaming any earlier than that would be not to be possible. I could obviously stream on the weekends a little bit, but I'm good at 3 days. I do it for the fun, and I definitely don't want this to start feeling like a job, right? Something fun to do. Share my gameplay with you guys, and nice chill place for all of us to hang out. Swap stories. Even stripper stories, Rickar. You got your affiliate from a super late night stream doing Rebec Galaxy Outlaws. Not sure what that Oh, Rebel Galaxy Outlaws, gotcha. I picked up, this obviously isn't the same game, but I picked up Star Wars Outlaws. I played that for a while, and I streamed that, and it was fun, but I'm not very good at the sneaky games. I'm more like a Division 3 person, just going guns a-blazing, move, back and forth between cover. And I just didn't like the slow of the pace as combat for it. So I actually stopped playing. I was probably about maybe halfway through the game. So I think it's one of those where I just have to be in the mood to pick it back up. I did end up picking up Stalker 2. I thought that was a fantastic game. And then obviously 4.0 was in Evocati and stuff, so I played that before I went to the different waves. And yeah, I just haven't gone back. But Stalker 2 is fantastic. I'm a sadistic Tarkov player, but I only do PvE now. I don't do the PvP because there's too many cheaters. I think I just reached level halfway through 40 now over in Tarkov. So, like I said, I just do the PvE and stuff. So more run with friends. Okay, let's scrape this bad boy here. Just 9 to 5, what's that? I've been spoiled though. Usually my work from home days are just Thursdays. Each one of us designers takes a day during the week. But for Christmas and holidays, I've been working from home for the last 2 weeks, which has been fantastic. And that's what I'll be doing once I move down south later on this year for the company. So. Oh, Retro, don't worry about it. I'm 48 and I have issues with spelling. I'm dyslexic. I'm a terrible speller. And autocorrect can make for some interesting conversations at times. So, no worries, dude. You don't like Sneaky also? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of... I'm just not good at it. I don't have the... I have pretty good patience, but... I don't want to have to try to learn patterns and stuff like that. I want to just basically, like in Division, it's... grab a piece of cover, and it's just a nice fast-paced, I think is what I like. I did like Wildlands and Breakpoint. But those are fantastic games to play. Okay, we'll flip this pen over. Switch over. Let's go a little bit closer to this guy. Yeah, Division's awesome. I haven't heard any news on the third one, Cersei. Have you at all? I know that after Outlaws was done, Massive and Ubi were supposed to start back up on Division 3. But I haven't heard anything other than that rumor. I think if they were to get rid of that franchise, they'd just be shooting themselves in the foot. So I still have hope that they'll put something out. And I think Division 1, weren't they closing the servers this Q1 of this year? You have ADHD? Gotcha. A little bit of challenge, but that's what makes us special, right? I love it because I can multitask, and I'm usually about 5 steps ahead with than all my friends. Stuff. My girlfriends, that used to drive them nuts. I have a little bit of anxiety too, so I'd always be, scanning the horizon, looking at, okay, this could happen, da da da, and so. But it's very good for multitasking. When I could team up for bunker runs when you gun them down and I fall behind you into a box. I'll give you a gun. We can both go. So my goal is, I I have a Cuddy Red. I do have an Ursa medevac. And then I'm hoping, I don't know if it's to happen tonight, but I think I gotta earn a couple more million. Actually, I probably want to bank about 3. I want to pick up the Valkyrie, that I can put the Ursa Red in the back of it and do bunkers, but we can take the Cuddy Red, land, put our spawn point in there, and go do the bunkers together. And if we die, we can just get right back into the ship. And we'll spawn right back in the ship. Just bring like an extra suit and weapons in there. Should be fine. The Valkyrie, I was more looking for doing some rock mining. It's not my favorite ship interior. It still needs a gold pass, obviously. But I like the look of the ship, and I like that you can fit more than one vehicle in there, in the back, in the bottom. You're playing a game now called Sea Power. You like it, but you feel that your ADHD, gotcha, kicked in. ADHD. Yeah, I really enjoyed D1. My character was completely maxed out, and they added so much afterwards. And stuff. And I mean, while I was playing it, even after I got to like God level in the game, I would still just log in just to walk the streets of New York. Just that ambience and stuff. It was just absolutely fantastic. So moonwalk down. Look at that. And looks like the ghost has revisited us once again. Why are my lights off here? I've just been staring at the laser beam too long and my eyes just haven't adjusted. Okay, that's got to get fixed here. Somewhat. Eject. Yep, Retro, I agree. You do overthink a lot of things. And I think one of the things I struggle with still is when I'm going to buy something new, right? And I'm sure you experience this too. I like research the crap out of everything before I make a purchase. Because I'm always to the point now, I'm older and it's buy it nice or buy it twice, right? So you want to get the best deal, but you want to get the best quality product as well. And there's times I'll go in for something and I'll spend, like an hour or 2 in the store and I'll walk out not having made a decision. And I know I get out to my car and I'm driving home and it's so frustrating. It's like, just go back and just go get it, right? So, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. You're taking apart 3 laptops at once day. Holy crap. You're busy. Upgrading them or fixing them for people? Or maybe your job? Continue ejecting. Oh, you resell laptops. I gotta start looking down in chat a little bit more after I read your guys' comments. Apologies. Don't make a lot, but it helps a little. Donate laptops, fuel, and more stuff. Nice. Throw that there. Continue ejecting, please. So what I'll do is I'll put another one here, another one on top, and get one more out of there. There is a way to put another one here and reach over, but that can become a pain in the butt. Or the arse. This one can always be a little bit of a pain to raise you up. There we go. There we go. There's our last one. So we'll go upstairs and we will fill this up one last time. And then we'll make our way for selling it. Selling it. Rest in peace, my future classified reclaimer build. Used to build and sell computers, but got sick and tired of the clients calling you for the dumbest things. One guy in particular would would open up every email. Gotcha, it was annoying. Try once, buy once. It's tough, but it's definitely a lot nicer nowadays, right? With the internet and stuff. And when I built my PC computer, I was watching Jay's 2 Cents. He's on YouTube. Fantastic tech guy. Great videos. Very personable. Just a lot of fun to watch. So I was watching him, and I watched Tech Source. With, I believe it's a gentleman from, was it Armenia? He lives in Cali that builds games and rates people's systems and surprises them with builds and stuff. And this was like the first computer I'd built in literally like 2 decades, so. We didn't have RGB on everything when I was growing up. We had a 1440 modem and Prodigy. There was no web. You basically loaded into a website and that was it. You didn't go anywhere. No fancy addresses and stuff. I will say I never had AOL, so I never got the "you got mail." Perhaps I may have missed out a little bit of my childhood with that, but I don't know. You get stuck at the store, so your wife won't go to Best Buy with you anymore. It's tough. There's so much choices because you. Yeah, it is. I hear you. I have, like I said, I have the same, where it's just research, and make sure you get the right thing. I think that's why I like Amazon a little bit more. Is because I can. Best Buy's got a good policy too, where I can buy it, try it out, gently try it out, or get the product and be able to feel what it feels like in the hands and stuff. And if I don't like it, I can just return it back. Ricardo, your wife is the same. She'll spend all day at a clothing store, but complains when you've been at an electric store for 15 minutes. My first girlfriend, when I was 18, and I was still a teenager. I played hockey. Pretty much lived and breathed hockey. So my mindset was I didn't want a girlfriend to. Because I just didn't have time at all. And nice girl, pretty and stuff. We went shopping our first time, and I went clothing shopping with her. I was at the J.C. Penney's or whatever we had for a store, and I swear to God, I was there for 3 hours while she tried on jeans. And she'd find something every time about them, and she wore a size 1. She was tiny. But now the only time I'd be stuck in a store is if my dog's at Petco. Jay-Z is a great guy. I'm assuming you're not talking about the rapper. Your dream was to donate more PCs, laptops to needy people after 14 years. Gotcha. That's nice. There's a lot of people in the world that can't, can't afford something. If you're able to refurbish slash replace a few things to get it up and running and keep the cost down for somebody that doesn't have access to something like that, that's pretty awesome. My goal is to get super rich one day and have a barn dominium and have a bunch of acreage fenced off and then have a dog rescue. Have a section for dogs and a section for kitty cats. Okay, so let's switch over to the Ready Grip tractor. Grab that and then hold on R. We'll middle mouse scroll. Get it. There we go. Straight side up. Switch over our mining heads here. Yeah, after the little bit of grief we went originally getting in the server, I'm knocking on wood right now on my desk. Everything's been running fairly smooth once the materials started respawning on the panels and actually coming and flowing off of it. Jay's 2 cents. Gotcha. Retro, you're a content creator too, if I'm interested. Yeah, my Discord, the correct link should be popping up. I haven't checked I keep having issues with Discord where I'll set my invite link or whatever, and I'll tell it never to expire, and then after, it could be 2 weeks, could be a month, and the link goes bye-bye. But feel free to join my Discord, send me a DM, I'll check you out. Retro, you mostly work out with a broken back and broken knees. Ouch. Did you have a run-in with the mob? Moonlight, you dream of making a black cat rescue. You'd be very popular on full moons. You could actually, have witch night. Have a little bit of fun out there. That'd be have a little adoption witch night or something like that. It's always good to give back, isn't it? When you get to a point where you're actually able to without taking a substantial hit. Even if it's just time, it's always appreciated, right? You donate a lot of food, etc. to people and try the best to help others. You suck at Discord? It's not that hard. I have faith in you. You don't know if it's your ADHD, but you can't do Discord. Mob or military sounds like to you, Vince? Goth Cat Cafe. There you go. Yeah, I do the Powerball twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, and just started doing the Mega Millions. I buy a ticket, right? It's $2, and I like people that says that, I only buy it when it's big. It's like, okay, it's like $3 million. How big does it have to be for you? But yeah, we'll see. Doubt I ever will, but you never know, right? There's always that little chance or hope. I have all that I want and don't really need much else. Happy with what I have. But, not saying that quite a few $1,000,000 won't sweeten the pot a little bit. And I'm looking at more like, I win the lottery, I'm going to build a studio, have them build my favorite starship life-size replica, which would be the Vulture, throw it on hydraulics, and then stream to everybody's delight. Think that could be maybe an obtainable goal. I think having that on hydraulics would be pretty awesome. I actually looked at a hydraulic setup or whatever, and for the low price of $9,000, you can get the entry level simulator thing with hydraulics. Just a drop in the bucket. Ricard, it's nice to be generous, but only when the people take advantage of you, of your assistance. Yeah, there are people out there that, you know, there's some people's kids, right? But there's a lot of people out there who still need a little help. Even, you know, as you get older, I used to work in a lot of nursing homes when I was younger and stuff. And this is basically is time, right? Just taking your time to listen and talk. Doesn't even have to be monetary. You get your dad tickets, but you think everybody... It does seem to be a lot of people in California win versus everywhere else. But, I mean... California's a lot more densely populated than where I'm from too, so I'm sure that plays a little bit in it. Okay, so we just filled up a hoppa. So let's go to Meridian maps. Let's do Orison OR. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is, so I don't get interdicted, I usually don't want to be on the direct path. So I'll pick an L1 somewhere, doesn't matter which one at random. And then I'll travel to that for 1 gigameter. Or as one of those streamers I watch thinks I called a giga mama. So I'll go like a full 1 point. Then I'll stop. You just gotta change your angle so you don't get interdicted. Now that people are actually doing that a little more frequent, at least that I've seen. So I'll type in Orison OR. So a little bit of a safety tip. See how it takes me off the angle? So, because typically people will just take that direct route and just sit there with their interdictor on. Sounds dirty, doesn't it? For that Katie could get to her surgeries. Yeah, I just need the one done for her. She's doing good with her torn ACL. But her and Sam also have Lyme's and anaplasmosis. So like last year I spent probably about 6,000 to 8,000 for them and stuff. Every time they relapse seems to be like 1,500 to $2,000. So, but I never had, my kids have fur, so I do the best I can to, and she's my baby girl. I've had her since she's been a puppy. She was the runt of the litter. So she's been a very good companion, so yeah. They said I can get in 3rd week of January, but they said after February they're open, so just grind it out. Try to get it done as fast as I can. Like the old movie Field of Dreams, if you build it, you will come. Get in the hopper. Rickar, you dated a lady that frustrated you? I think we've all done that. You'd spend all day working your tail off, and every day she'd ask me to pull into some random shop where she'd buy scratch tickets and make more money than me. I didn't see that one coming. It messed up, but good luck is good luck, yeah. George Michael. Your ex-wife had 125K on a scratcher. Ended up... Wow. It's good luck. I have not been... I never have luck with... I've never really, really gambled. I don't go to casinos and stuff like that. I just really don't see a point in giving my money away. But I can do $2 for actually be 2, 2, 8. Yeah, I can add tonight. $8, so two Powerball tickets and 2 Mega Million tickets every draw. Yeah, cross my fingers and see. Retro, you got a cat from the pound and they took a bunch of her teeth out and then shoved her back to the... I gotta read. Give me a second. That sucks. It's terrible. Oh, really? Why? Give me a second. I gotta go spank somebody in the chat for advertising. Bear with me. Add to block list. Goodbye. Spanking has been dished out and served. With chill animosity. Okay, let me pay attention here for a second. Looks like I'll be on the front side. So it always took me forever to figure this out, and then Zenerin and I were running stuff back and forth, as we did today. So you're basically looking for the octopus with the bright lighty flashing on it. That's where the hangers will be. That is my technical term, bright lighty thingy. What's he called? Strobe too. But yep, just like that, switching to SCM mode because I was going too fast and because I didn't want to do a space break. And I have 37 SCU of goodness in the back. If anybody ever really gets into the game, and you can swing it, I definitely recommend VKB joysticks. It's fantastic. Makes the game so much more enjoyable. Not too expensive. Okay, game froze. Please don't. Oh. I was like, don't give me a server error. So we'll back this baby up. Yeah. Let me change my camera angle. I like going right up to the edge. Open up my doors. Just makes it faster. Excuse me. There we go. Engines and ship turn off. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't blow your guys' ear. I try to hit the mute button fast enough. Okay, hold on Y to get out of our seats. Your best you ever did was 20 bucks. Oh, I had to grab a swig of some iced tea. And yeah, there we go. That's where I usually like to park. Okay, so we'll grab our tractor thingamajiggy out. And we'll grab the whatchamacallits and we'll stack the thingamajigs on the doohickey. And I probably could actually do a little bit better job on the doohickey. There we go. Sometimes I find that if you stack them, even though they're on the last little grid on the doohickey here, sometimes it will say it's blocked. So then you just, what I usually do is just move one or two out of the way and over, and that usually solves the issue if you ever run into that. He found 6K in a dead man's shipping container. It was hard to clean out. By shipping container, I'm assuming he wasn't human trafficked. It was a storage container. Or did I read that wrong? Storage? I'm assuming a shipping container is a storage container. I actually looked at when I was building the tiny house that I'm having built now. I was actually looking at doing a shipping container build. I think that would have been fun. Double stack them high. Definitely don't have to worry about a wind or a tree coming down because pretty darn bulletproof. It does suck retro when pets have issues. It's even tougher with I mean, I've had cats and dogs, or I've had cats and stuff, but dogs have, it seems to have like a higher threshold of pain and stuff, so it's hard to tell exactly how much pain they're in. So like Katie's she's got some pain pills, and she's just my hoppity girl at the moment, and kind of watch to see how she's walking and stuff, because with that ACL tear, she basically has like a dropped foot. Because there's no tendon there to, so I kind of just monitor her. Usually she gets a pain pill every other day. Because I know they can be hard on her stomach, and I don't want to make her sick. But yeah, it's hard because she's not whimpering or whining. So it's really hard to tell, like, how much pain they're in. Cersei, thanks for the recommendation on those sticks. You have one cheap stick and have been searching for something good, yet not super expensive. BKB's on your birthday list? Yeah, I had reached out to VKB and said, hey, I love your sticks. I'm a streamer. I'm not a big streamer, but I would love to, offer you guys like a referral code. And I told the individual that, I'm not looking for a kickback from you guys. I really love your product. And they said there's been a lot of people that reached out. They only did an initial phase or whatever, but there's other individuals that you can get a code from them. The save was at a 10 to 20% on them. So definitely check that out when you go to buy them. I think I got the Evo NXTs, so I got the Omni Throttle and the Space Edition ones. So I got the Omni Throttle on my left and just the regular stick on my right. And I did the upgrades. I think each one of them are 185 a piece. And basically, like where your thumb rests, it gives you a 4-way hat switch versus just a button. And stuff, but they've been fantastic. Zenerin recommended them to me, and it's a nice solid recommendation. Moonlight storage container, gotcha. I remember when I was younger, and I would do stereos get a new car, put a stereo on it, right? Because that was the thing to do. And I took apart this one dash to put in a new head unit and get the wiring harness all wired up and stuff. And I actually found like $80 in $5 and $10 bills stuffed where the radio, original radio was in there. So I guess that's the only luck I've had. And it was funny because I was going to prom, and the suit that I wanted, or my date wanted me to wear, I couldn't afford because it was too much more expensive. And I actually used that money, that extra money I found, to go buy the suit that she wanted me to get. So, yeah, so it's kind of lucky. Oh, the things that we do. Moonlight, you want to build a stacked shipping container studio? That'd be really cool. I should have gone, you know, if it wouldas and couldas, right? I was so close to doing the shipping container. Oh, you know, and speaking of, this has nothing to do with the shipping container, but I was looking at my screen and I couldn't read anything. I'm wondering if my eyes are getting worse. And no, it's because I'm almost dead of dehydration. Retro, you just moved into a house from being in a trailer for a while? Congratulations. Moving's always fun. I gotta move. I'm in northern Minnesota, and I'll be moving when my house and land is done. Hopefully late spring, down to Tennessee, North Tennessee. So I got a little bit of traveling to do. And you know what? Let's grab our ice cream cone. Because who doesn't like an ice cream cone with sprinkles? There we go. Now we're set for life. Okay, I'm going to continue stacking here. So it's funny, Zenerin noticed, and I never noticed. So this can hold 14 SCU, or 13 SCU. If you fill it up, and if you fill up the hopper for the 13 SCU, you actually can eject 14 SCU from the depot. There's like a super secret 1 SCU container in there. Okay, send this down. So what I usually do is I'll hit select all, just out of habit, and send it down. Ouch, that doesn't feel good or sound good with the arm. About 3 years ago, it was springtime in Minnesota, and I just wanted to get out of the house, so I decided to go to Starbucks. I walked, and you're in the thaw and freeze phase. We just had a little fresh, powdery snowfall, and I stepped out, and I wore my Doc Martens, which, if you have Doc Martens, do not wear them in the snow. They're worthless. Even if they're nice boots. Just no grippy whatsoever. End up slipping and falling, and I heard a tear, or I felt a tear, and heard a pop, 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 and a crack, and end up breaking my ankle and fracturing my tibia at the same time. So my motto is go big or go home. First bone I ever broke in my entire life, and God, I hope it lasts. Broke your knee last summer also. Ouch. Retro, what kind of tiny house did I get? It is a 10 by 30. So I sold my house out in the country and made a pretty good profit on it. I just wanted to get out of Minnesota, just somewhere where it's warmer and stuff. And so I built another tiny house. It was 8.5 by 32. If you look at my YouTube channel, I do have like a final walkthrough on it and stuff. And the first house that I built way out in the country is a 14 by 40 lofted barn cabin. So it's one of those Amish shells that I converted over to a house. So I basically told them what size I wanted. I poured my slab. They came and dropped it off on skids. It already had the doors and windows, the roofing already on it, so I just had to worry about the interior. I got that video up too as well. I like building, but 48 not a spring chicken anymore. I don't know if my body can. My last build was pretty wearing on. Remember, I got all my wiring done in that tiny house in the trailer, the 8.5 by 32, in probably about 4 hours, 6 hours, 4 to 6. Took me a day, half a day to do it. And like the next day, my hands were all swollen and all that good stuff. So. That wasn't flour, Rickar, I'm assuming? Retro, if you ever move or what have you, trailers are great also. Yeah, I have no problem with like a mobile home or anything like that. There's always that stupid connotation, right? Oh, if you're in a tiny house, you're poor. It's like, no, I lived in studios, apartments, all my, most of my adult life, right? College and stuff like that until I had gotten married. And I could only afford studio apartments, and I just got used to them. I like something that's small and cozy and doesn't break the bank, and I don't have to work a full-time job to pay for everything. So, and I mean, everybody has their own stipulation of what they like. If you like a big house, great, that's fine. More power to you. I mean, for me personally, I just like something small and cozy. And there's nothing wrong either way. It's all about what makes you happy. So, for me, it's not having a house payment, not having bills, period, other than cell phone, electric, just basics, I guess. Not having to come home and clean house. So, but for you guys that are new, I got a very cool be right back screen coming up. I'm gonna go throw my puppies out, and I do have a very awesome playlist with some nice chill soothing music for you guys. So let's see, I'm gonna mute the game here. Let's see, we'll go with Explorers first, followed by Savannah. So I appreciate everybody's time. If you want to help support me over on Twitch, hit the follow button over there. YouTube, you can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I will be right back in about, it says 9 something up there. Be back in about 5 or 6. So see you guys in a few.
To the freedom fighters, to the Everest climbers, to the castaway, to the midnight riders, to the spark igniters, I am on my way. Let it be said and let it be known, he who is free is never alone. The path before us, the world behind us, I'll wait for you there. I am on my way. I am on my way. sailors know, lost, alone, and far from home. With golden galleons, golden guns to find their place under the sun. There's a song on the Sahara wind that lifts you to your feet again. The dance is on the clockwork stars that pulses through a beating heart. Roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
And we are back. Love that song. Okay, we didn't despawn our sonar ship. Our engine's on. There we go. Let's head back out to the field and do some more scraping. Maybe we'll get a hot fix tomorrow, maybe? So... I think a couple people want to do some rock mining, or do some mining, so I offered my mole and my prospector. That is a pretty sight there, isn't it? This game is gorgeous. That is a bad view. Let me switch my camera view, because this is horrible. There we go. Off out of the clouds we go. So obviously you can go a lot faster in quantum. If your right thing side spools up, you can hit your 1100 for speed, so Rickar, you just need to go outside and blow. If you blow hard enough, the train will go around you. I don't know if that's really scientific, is it? I feel that everybody would be doing that. So, ambitious dream. Roll route. You can hit R on your keyboard. So, like, I didn't have my cool little yellow orange line go out, so I hit R. And it's still not letting me route to ambitious, so... try her L3. She really don't want to go there either. Wait a second. Give me another moon. Let's go to Damar. So it looks like quantum is still bugged. Oh, so many stations to pick up from. H3. Microtech. Beautiful Glen Station. Somebody coming in. You know what? Let's just jump to this guy here. And we'll try jumping over to the ambitious. Oh, drop out of quantum. I think it's just bugged when you get too close. There we go. Vicious Dream Station. Star Citizen, right? It's all about playing it enough and you can figure out how to get away from the bugs. So we'll drop just short of the gas cloud surrounding the station. That should put us in the asteroid, just outside of the asteroid belt, if we can time it right. So, let it get down to about 100. A little bit closer. And drop out here. Let's see. Might have to go on the soap, might have to go on a little bit closer. There we go. I was able to... Well, okay, let's head out. So we're looking for 2,000 or better signature. If the numbers do pop up. Sometimes they are glitched a little bit. What is this person? Turret status unavailable. Usually try to get away from the station for the most part. I figure a lot of people that are trying to grief people are going to be hanging out pretty darn close to the station, so I just get my 1100 R for speed, get out right to the edge of the asteroids, and then drop my cruise control off. There we go. Switch back into, oh, wrong button. Lower speed here. Get scanning mode to work. I'm gonna find his signature and then I will catch up on chat. 8,000, it's not fantastic. We're always looking for something a little bit more. Why is my button's not working? Where are we at in relation to the station, real quick? We could probably still go a little bit further. Kind of scoot the edge, see what we can find. We got a nader pretty close to you once. On the front porch during this fair weather, nader. Yikes! Yeah, it can't be a pleasant experience. I had one when I was younger, when we were up at a cabin, and ended up capsizing our boat and everybody else's boats on the dock. It was fun, but it actually stayed over the water, or close to the water for the most part. So we obviously made it pretty unscathed. It was a little nerve-wracking when we were in the basement of this older clubhouse, I guess you could say. And once they came over, you could see the sparks. Are these all 8,000s? You know what? Let's try this guy. I just noticed my cast stopped working too on my MFDs, and do my MFDs revert? No. Not if they got a big panel and two smaller guys. That can't be right. 3 big panels and an 8,000 signature? I'll take it. Let's grab our speed limiter down quite a bit here. Now, let's see if these are bare. Yep, these are empty. Okay, so somebody's already been here. I'll switch over to scanning. There's a 12. If you notice, the numbers change colors instead of the orange. Okay, we'll head to the 12. When I ended up with Orison as your home station somehow, even though you picked up a station in Pyro, you're adapting to being a... Looking forward to the first month of getting routine information back from Star Citizen with her. Forget that, we're going to the 20K. That's 11, you know what? 12. We'll go to the 20. I just don't want that the 20K to despawn for some reason. Seriously, they need to add a planet that has a lot of valuable minerals to mine, but the planet is infested with big hostile bugs. I wonder what they'll do with the sandworm planet. Oh, these are pretty far spread out too. That's some... Really? The even number was... No, that can't be right. Even numbers are not supposed to be... There we go. So let's see. It looks like there is RMC on these guys. So we got a triangle. So we'll come down here first. And hopefully these haven't been salvaged yet. Throw our lights on. Yep, we're good here. Switch over to the tractor beam. Flip it around. Ta-da! They did some. I saw another creature that they're gonna add, like the space cows, but has like a horn on it, so it's like the variation of like a rhino. Don't remember what the name of that creature was called. Rick, are you in Fort Worth when a cell of 3 rotations passed? Some of the most beautiful skies you've ever seen. Yeah, severe thunderstorms has some pretty clouds, but not very good if it hits you, right? Yeah, it's one of those things where it's pretty in the moment, but you don't really notice the consequences till the rain, lightning, and hail starts falling. When we had our straight line winds when I lived out in the country, it was that tree had come down. It was probably about 4 o'clock, or no, it was probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I remember waking up, partly because Sammy was barking, but I had my window open in my bedroom, and I could, not the pressure difference woke me up. That makes any sense? It is cold out there tonight. We're at 2 degrees. Sure we'll hit like -5 with the wind overnight. Somewhere around there. Better than 3 weeks ago when it was -17, -30 with the wind chilled. It makes sense. Good deal. Okay, so we're at a triangle. So the next 2 should be right up there. Or the next one. Just remember to our right will be the other panel. Switch over. There we go. I don't know if it's just the luck of the servers, but I would say you guys would agree that it's, after those server errors initially for getting out here, everything's been hunky-dory. Retro, take care. Happy New Year's. We'll try to stop by, going to finish working on those laptops. It's nice to chat with you too. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate you taking the time to hang with us, hang with me and everybody. And hope to see you again. And like I said, Discord links in the description or on Elements if you want to game at all. Just hit me up on my Discord. I know you said you don't like Discord, but offer is there. So I've had a little bit of a conundrum that I've been kind of tossing around. Actually, a little bit more today. So my Cuddy Black, I love my Cuddy Black. I never use it anymore. I use my Zeus pretty much for everything. So, and I use the mole every once in a while. So I was looking, both have LTI. So I thought about melting my mole, melting my Cuddy Black, upgrading my mole, and then the difference will cover the Cuddy Black, being for store credit, which will give me some leftovers so I can get some skins and maybe a little bit left over to pick up or put towards me another vehicle in the game eventually. And then with all the money that I've made, I could actually buy a mole in game and stuff. So kind of torn, haven't decided yet. I try to upgrade my ships without paying anything out of pocket. So the last one to get the mole, I forget what ship I had melted, and then another one I used for my upgrade for the LTI token to get the mole, and then I got some skins for it and stuff. But I haven't decided yet. I know you get a little more firepower with the mole, or not the mole, sorry. The Cuddy Black being solo and stuff versus the Valkyrie, where you need a little bit more of a crew. I was looking more of like the utility of it, right? So I can put multiple vehicles in there, depending on what the vehicles are. And I did like the Paladin that they showcase and stuff, but watching all the videos on the Valkyrie and just having that extra cargo space in the back for vehicles. So yeah, I'm kind of torn. I know you can fit a rock in the back of the Cuddy Black very carefully. And I know the Valkyrie also has some other, I guess, negatives where it hasn't gotten a golden standard pass, so there's no buttons to open up the doors and stuff, like the newer ships. And then the back ramp doesn't touch the ground. It seems to be like 6 inches to a foot off the ground. So, like I said, it still needs a golden pass and stuff like that, so still a little torn. Any of you guys do mining with your rocks at all? Any advice on places to go, people to see? Oh, we're going to get a server error. See all the materials coming back, so we're just going to hold tight here for a second. So it'll either pop up with a server error or all the material will automatically disappear like that. There we go. So it looks like the server caught back up to us. Oofta. Maybe tonight after I get off a stream, I gotta catch up on the latest Silo episode over on Apple TV. I did pick up Wicked on Prime. The other one was right to our right, if I believe. Oh, there it is. Never saw like the play and stuff like that, but that'd be something different to watch. So I have that on my list for... Switch over the tractor module. Spin her around. Rat round, baby, rat round. What is the little white blinks on your radar? That is a good question. I don't know. It's my sparkle. So radar zoomed all the way out. I think it's just maybe artifacts. Maybe it's still picking up a little bit. Oh, maybe the asteroids around? Maybe? Because usually if it's a ship, it'll, it'll be at the triangle icon. I'm just looking to see if those blimps are moving. It doesn't look like it. When I consider the Taurus, it can fit 2 rocks, and the elevators work. So I don't like the look of the Taurus. I'm a design snob. I like vehicles where you have a back gate, and then you have like another way of exiting. But I do have I like the Drake RSI aesthetics grown on me a little bit. I do love the Argos look to their stuff. I'm just not a fan of the look of the ship. And I like that the back door for it is rectangular, so there's no wasted space. Because like the Cuddy Black is awesome. Love the ship. But even like when you're trying to load the rock in that I've seen people do, you got a wedge, right? A little bit of a wedge there. So okay, let's go stack. But yeah, I know what you're talking about with like the firepower and stuff like that. Vents, sorry. Your only vehicles are the... Okay. I think right now I got the Pulse because somebody was very generous and used my code for joining Star Citizen. I have the Pulse taken out in my hangar. I've never taken it on planet. Previously I had the Dragonfly, and I love the Dragonfly. And when I was using the Pulse, it was very buggy. So I actually might upgrade the Pulse to the Dragonfly. Or I think maybe trade them out and what the difference in price is. I do have a rock in game and stuff. I'm kind of the person where I can buy it in game, right? But if it's something I like, I'll eventually just buy it for myself. Within reason. There's I really want to get the Ironclad, but I got other responsibilities to take care of, right? It's also half the price of the Valkyrie, sure. Vince, you watched the Wicked musical? It was awesome. Nice. The Prime one or like live in person at like a theater? If I can get this thing to turn, really? Just snap it. Okay, this one does not want to cooperate. It's always one box, right? So and it keeps on automatically turning as soon as I go to place it. It's gonna kill me. For goodness sakes. It's always one box. Apparently that cargo grid over there does not like being... There we go. We'll call that a win. It was in person. Very cool. Going to LTICCU, your Reliant Core. Astra or Orient. Nice. those guys pushed back there. So we should have 1, 2, 3, and one more. So we should have 4 more left. Ricard, the critical drinker surprised you with his review on Wicked? I haven't seen any of the reviews at all. I know I've seen a lot of people talk about it and stuff. One show I still want to watch movie is like the new Les Miserables with Hugh Jackman. Do not watch the movie. Sure, it's probably plays probably definitely a lot better. Kind of like the books are always better than the movies, right? Completely respect that. Never been a fan of musicals. Me either. I mean, I watched them when I was younger. On Nickelodeon, it was 7 Brothers for 7 Brides, I think. Was the wait a second here. I'm trying to chew bubble gum and think at the same time. There we go. I think it was like 7 Brides for 7 Men, or 7 Men for Brothers for 7 Brides. Why am I... Okay, give me a second here, guys. I have that bug, so... I push forward and I can barely... Nope, there we go. Oh, I hate that bug. Where if my speed limiter is just at like 1, even though my joysticks aren't being moved, and they have been recalibrated because I thought that was the issue, I'll start sliding backwards for thrust, and it'll eventually just keep on keeping momentum, because then I always look down and I am in coupled mode, so I can shut it off and shut it back on now again and see if that's just a glitch. The play was excellent. You're no musical fan at all, but Wicked was, well, Wicked. Cool. I think one of my favorite recent movies of all time is The Greatest Showman. That was a great movie. So many talented people in there. The costume, the set design. You remember the 7 Brides for 7 Brothers? That is a classic. I always want to just throw it back on one of these days just to reminisce. Because it's funny, as you get older, there's a lot of things, you know, shows and stuff that you enjoyed that you just forget about, you know, over the years. And then something, you know, it's a YouTube rabbit hole or something pops up that jogs your memory. It's like, oh, wait, that was pretty awesome. I need to rewatch it. Grab the last little diddle over here. There we go. You watched it with your mom a few times? A great movie. Yeah, it's on my to-do list for this weekend. We'll see if I actually get to it, if I Star Citizen just pulls me in. Okay, let's grab this and hold down R and we'll spin it around. I think like Nickelodeon back in the day we had it was the Donna Reed show. There's a bunch of other shows on too. And stuff that was a lot better than what people watch today on TV, especially kids. think SpongeBob's got to account for a bunch of people getting anxiety and stuff. My goodness. And obviously there's a lot worse shows out there than that, but that show gives me anxiety just watching little snippets. It's funny YouTube popped up some of the old G.I. Joes and Transformer cartoons. Watched a couple on Transformers, but G.I. Joe we couldn't stand anymore. And what was it? Cartoons was He-Man, right? That's a big one. I always wanted the Mini Faces doll and stuff. Transformers, I think we talked about that on one of the last few streams. I always wanted to, yeah, I think it was one of the last few. Talk about as we get older, is there any toys we bought from our childhood that we wanted that we didn't get as a child? I always wanted the Transformers where it was the construction vehicles that turned into the robot. Moon Knight, you worked on the show Blue's Clues for Nickelodeon during the Steven years? Or Steve years. Very cool. What did you do on set for Blue's Clues? That was past my my time as a kid and stuff, but I'd see it every once in a while on TV. Ricard, in your opinion, a lot of American shows aren't fun anymore. There's some great shows in a movie, but they just aren't fun. Like, so. Yeah, I think television is taking a crap toll, right? At least we got rid of. At least I don't see them, but like the stupid Jerry Springers and the. I'm sure there's still reality TV out because. Why not, right? Never got the whole reality TV thing. Oh. Okay, hold on here for a second. I can't back up. My thrust won't. There we go. So, a little bit of server shenanigans, but I don't remember when the last time is I've watched live TV. I got YouTube TV and stuff, but I only watch it for the local news every now and then. I find I spend most of my time on I guess I get the YouTube Premium subscription, so I find a lot of times I'll watch just documentaries and other things and stuff. Oh, I remembered. Netflix, I think today was supposed to drop a new Wallace and Gromit show. I don't know if it was just a movie short or if it was an actual movie or a series, but I love me Wallace and Gromit. Hooper Scooper, spell corrector. You worked on the OG Daria for MTV animation before that? Very cool. Are you animator as well? I'm more of a 3D modeler. I can do somewhat decent animation, but not near any kind of enough to be dangerous. But I usually do my modeling and stuff in Maya. It's my go-to program. I've tried Blender, and because it's not industry standard, it is there's a learning curve to it. I don't remember Wreck-Our Blue's Clues defecating on set, but of course they could have cut that out, right? What was the... So there's a comedy movie. The lady's... She's a large lady. She's lost a lot of weight. She's a comedian. She did a lot of slapstick stuff. Oh, I can't remember her name. But it was The Muppets, where she was a detective and her partner was a Muppet, and they were estranged because of some scene that, or some murder or something that happened, and he didn't shoot or something like that. Oh, I should know this. That movie was absolutely hilarious. I've never laughed so hard. There's the one where they're at the sex store and there's an octopus in the back milking a cow and filming. What was her name? Actually, I might even have to just Google the name of the movie because this would drive me nuts. But maybe one of you guys don't know what I'm talking about, or you'd be like, wow, he's a total freak. You into SVA? For trade animation, but not good at 3D programs? Oh, traditional. Gotcha. That's awesome. I could never do I do okay at drawing and stuff, but traditional animation is a huge skill in itself. Using the animation disc to get your frames and stuff like that, and I tried it when I was at the Art Institute back in the day, but there's one kid in class that was a guy, I think maybe it was a lady. I think it was a lady, and she was a phenomenal artist. It was just amazing. Then we had a drawing class, and one of the other ladies in the class, she was really bad at drawing. Not saying that all of us were fantastic, but at the end of the class, she was the best artist in the class. Yeah. She wasn't on the... I know she wasn't on the Muppets. I'm gonna search. Jenny McCarthy is the name of the artist. Happy Time Murders. If you haven't seen Happy Time Murders and you want to laugh hysterically, highly recommend it. Such a good movie. But you like the fact? Thanks, Vince. Appreciate that. Okay, that wasn't there before. One of these doesn't look like the other. Come with us. So we are definitely struggling on boxes snapping tonight. Happy Time Murders, yep. Ricard, if you get a chance and that's in your area to watch, it is a great movie. Not one to have your kids available. I mean, it's not highly inappropriate, but it's definitely not for younger audiences. I don't want you to tell your wife and sit down with your kids, be like, oh, Tiny Home Gaming recommended this movie. And you turn it on and your wife's like, oh my god. Who is this person? Freak, so we're in good company. Wingardium Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Leviosa. Watch, I'll magically make this disappear. Look at that. You can't get anything. No copyright laws here. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm assuming there's probably a lot of stuff that, yeah, because you have to use a VPN for Discord, don't you? Because it's blocked in your country, I'm assuming. There we go. Got another box out. Nice, Vince. I can get that one back. I don't know if we're going to be out. You know what? I'm just going to call her. We're not going to be able to get another one out with the boxes being finicky. Okay, so we'll go and fill up on our third time. So you guys have any movies and stuff you recommend? My go-to for sci-fi is, if you haven't seen the Expanse, oh my god, you need to get Prime Video and watch that. Hands down, one of the best sci-fi series. I think I've rewatched that now 3 or 4 times. Okay, switch to our Ready Grip Tractor module. Hold down R, we'll rotate it. And like I said, you can use if you hold down R and use the middle mouse scroll wheel, you can make it wave at you side to side. Vinci the Expanse on Blu-ray, very nice. There is a new movie coming out in, is it February or March? It was on Apple, called The Gorge, which looked kind of interesting. Along with most, gotcha. So I think there might be one more big panel lurking out here. Otherwise, we are going to have to go in search of another field. Oh, my typical salvage routine. I'll do get my 13 SCU, fill up the depot, get those ejected and stacked, go up, salvage until it's full once again, eject those out and stack as much as I can, and then fill up one last time before I go in, and that usually yields 37 SCU. Okay, so there's that guy. I don't remember if that... The other two were down below us. I think the other ones are small. Thinking this was just a 10K, wasn't it? What was over there? Nothing. Fringe was really good. I have yet to finish that series. I know that's very sad, because I should have... I started watching it again. What? Sorry, dealing with that stupid bug where it puts me in reverse right away. So, oh, we got a 12K. That'll fill us up nicely. So we should actually just need one more big panel. That should do us. We'll head back and one load, and then we'll run and sell. See, it's a small guy. Nope, it's a big guy right down here. So where's everything else sitting at? We got, you know what? Let's go to this guy, because for some reason, if we can't get enough on the bottom one, we got another big guy right above us. Speed limiter down. Switch over to my salvaging. I don't usually mess around too much with those smaller guys. Looks like we do have RMC on here, so we got a little bit closer. Check our radar. Our radar is good. Let's rotate this guy around. There we go. There we go. Robots with Robin Williams, that's a fantastic movie. I probably watched that movie 1,000 times over. There's a channel on YouTube that's nothing but like indie sci-fi movies, and I will have to look up on my next break with those, with the Dust, D-U-S-T is the name of the channel, and they got some great sci-fi shorts on there. Really well produced, really good graphics as well. And me at Mel Brooks. Physical copy of Blazing Saddles. I don't know if I've ever seen Blazing Saddles. There's a lot of classics that I never watched, like never watched The Sopranos, never watched Scarface, right? Oh, you met the guys for Blue Sky Studios? Was Blue Sky, wasn't it, that did robots? I may be totally wrong. You watch some of the Dust stuff? You highly recommend Blazing Saddles? I will throw that on my list of to-dos. Was Blue Sky? Yay! I love Scrat. I actually did a when I was going to school for 3D and stuff, I modeled Scrat and then animated them for my like final project that we had to do. I love that squirrel feature. Icy just kind of fizzled out, and Blue Sky, they're not still around anymore, are they? I don't think. Do they get absorbed by another company? Apocalypse Now. I do remember that one vaguely. Are they supposed to be remaking like a Blade movie coming up here? I feel like the last few years it's like Hollywood has run out of like good movies to make. And it seems like a lot of sequels are coming out. One movie that I watched on, I think Apple, I mean, it might be on other places too, but I saw it on Apple TV is Coda, C-O-D-A. The girl that has the deaf parents. That was a fantastic movie. It was upstate, so blue sky. Gotcha. And here in a second, we'll be full. Just waiting for that. There it is. Switching to nav mode. Maybe? And like I said, we'll take any one of the L1s. And R to route. Let's jump there first. Just so we stay off the beaten track. Oh, they were going to make a new Blade movie, but Denzel Washington didn't want to do it, so it fell through. I heard in July that they're working on a Shrek 4. And I hope that's the case. I would love to see another Shrek movie. So OR for Orison. And I usually hit R on my keyboard to route. So we can see we're off a little bit. Instead of a straight shot, we're coming a little bit of an angle, so. Oh, that's right, because Wesley was the main character in the first one, right? I like Denzel's movies. What was oh, I'm trying to remember what the last movie I watched of his. Started with an E, which is probably not going to help. Where he was Eraser? No, it wasn't Eraser. Son of a biscuit. Maybe it doesn't start with an E, and I'm just having a senior moment. There's one where he found an Italian village to settle down in, and the local mob boys were causing trouble for the citizens. So he kind of jumped in and helped them out. Last Deadpool movie is pretty funny. That dog, that poor ugly dog. Equalizer, thank you. Moonlight, yes. Liked the Equalizer movies. Well, Hollywood hasn't ruined Shrek yet. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But Disney does not have a great track record lately with movies. I know there's that new live action, Moana coming out? Looks okay. I like the animated one. Brain farts, yeah, it happens more as you get older. So, give it time. Takes so long to traverse Orison. But so where's our big blinky white light? Looks like it's off to the left there. So that is what I learned is you look for the octopus arm and the white blinky light. And that's where you will find the landing area. Because I could not, when I first came to Orison about a month ago, I swear I watched videos and people were like coming in and be like, oh, it's right here. And then they cut the video before they showed how to get to it. So I think one day I spent like maybe a half hour trying to find it, just flying everywhere. So, yep, octopus right there, and there's the blinky blinky. What the heck is that? Oh, it's just an artifact. I did re-enable reshade for Star Citizen, and I've been very happy with. Never took really hidden performance, and I really like how the textures look now, especially in the OLED where the blacks are black. There's a little more depth and definition, and things aren't so washed out. It's Wens. Hey, Wens. Oh, that's right. New Wednesday should be coming out maybe this year. Brain farts keep the pressure off. It's the doohickey with the, next to the whatchamacallit that made the thingamajig. Switch over to slow down. Call ETC. Maybe right over here. Aha, there we go. Success. Or lights off for a second. I don't want to smash into the beam. All my hangers on the other side. There we go. Oh, frozen up a little bit here. Oh, good, it recovered. Go. So there's a video on YouTube. I don't know if I posted it in the Discord yet, but it was published, I think like 7 hours ago. Probably 9 or 10 by now. But as if you have a vulture, it was like components and how to get your signature down, so you're not getting ganked as much. For the people that have no life and just want to ruin other people's experience. Okay, let me. Why is it not? Give me a second here. It's not letting me change my camera. Alright. So I'm going to guesstimate. Could be totally off. Set her down here. I think it might be close. Usually you find if you go in between those two beams where the crosshairs are right here. Wow, my mouse isn't even... Oh, you know what it is? I need to plug my mouse in. My mouse has perished for power. Bear with me as we have technical difficulties that are solvable. I just charged it up before stream. I was like, why isn't my Z key working for rotating? Well, that's because my Oh, so it's completely dead. There we go. There we go. Get the mouse back. So yeah, I usually figure right between these two guys here, two spars. Oh, did I do a good job? Oh, look at that. We're pretty darn well. We're close. I wouldn't say it's fantastic. Hey, Miner. Thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. Appreciate the support. Katie, I haven't taught her how to say subscribe yet, so when she says follow on this pop-up, she means subscribe. Oh my goodness, nothing's snapping. There we go. All with all the doors being open. Why have a live action Moana when Moana 2 is a bit of a flop? I tell you, it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Disney, but it's like the last years of sequels. I mean, do we need like another Jurassic Park or something like that? Or, I mean, honestly, how many times can dinosaurs get loose? Or like, guess a bit older movie. How many times can you leave your kid at home and forget them? Those parents for Home Alone should have gone to jail a long time ago for... Look at this. We're so skilled. We're going to do this while laying down. So my legs are tired, so we're just gonna... Should go with the flow here. Okay. What's the old adage? You can never get work done if you're on your butt. Sometimes I have fun. Another night when I was doing my 100 SCU and stuff like that, I would start making castles out of the boxes would stack correctly. I even did a Game of Thrones, well, as much as you can. Made a throne with the boxes one day too. It's like Legos, right? Ooh, Legos are fun when you're adults and you can actually afford all the cool packages. Or sets, I should say. Okay, we'll get this last little bit out of here. Continue ejecting. Oh. There we go. It doesn't seem like there's been a lot of unique movies lately, right? Like you're talking about. Cocoon was it's another classic. Haven't seen that in ages. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The Potato Mountain. Mashed Potato Mountain. I haven't watched that. I watched it when I was younger. And then in my 20s, I was deathly sick. And the doctors couldn't find out what was wrong with me. Well, I had an idiot doctor. I had, I couldn't keep food down and stuff. And after losing like 50 pounds in a month and 2 months, maybe? Basically, the only thing I could eat was sherbet and popsicles. My gallbladder, had stones in it, which was blocking my bile duct, which means I couldn't digest anything. And I remember when everything first started, I was watching Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And ever since then, I just associate that movie with what happened to me. And I haven't been able to watch it since. So a little bit of PSD, maybe? Ice Pirates. Wait for that to pop up right there. Or we can, there we go. Well, we've been very fortunate with having the servers being as decent as they have been after the initial cluster, but and we are completely unloaded. I typically would move this off the pad and store it, but even if you do that, it will still make you claim your ship. So what I'll do is hit select all, move it down, and then I just stay at this screen until it says transferred. Because I have had it bugged. Transfer complete. So all this goodness to sell. It is 11:30, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my last bio break and throw my puppies outside. And then when I get back in, we'll go sell and see how much money we made. We'll hang, we'll talk about movies, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm gonna send you guys to my very cool Be Right Back screen. And I'll throw the music back on. So let me mute the game here. Okay guys, I will be back. Appreciate everybody's time. Be back in, it says 9 minutes, but I'm back in about 7. So see you guys in a few.
To the freedom fighters, to the Everest climbers, to the castaway, to the midnight riders, to the spark igniters, I am on my way. Let it be said and let it be known, he who is free is never alone. The path before us, the world behind us, I'll wait for you there. I am on my way. I am on my way. sailors know, lost, alone, and far from home. With golden galleons, golden guns to find their place under the sun. There's a song on the Sahara wind that lifts you to your feet again. The dance is on the clockwork stars that pulses through a beating heart. Roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk.
love that song. Okay, let's switch back over. Refresh my iced tea. Okay, where are we at? Game's still up and running. Okay, let's head over to the TD Center in Orison. Let's sell our haul for the night. Maybe if the elevators are working. Okay, let's try the other one. Okay. Ship's still there. Okay. Jeff Lebowski's small hangar. Okay, get out of your hangar so I can get the elevator over here, please. Still kind of funny that there are 2 elevators for a hangar, but... Okay, we're gonna have to talk with Jeff. Oh, server error. You're watching the 40th anniversary of the Goonies. That's a classic, right? I'm trying to think if I think I saw that in theaters. When I was younger, my dad was a police officer, and my mom worked weekends and stuff. Or no, she worked during the week, and then she had weekends off. And they would drop me and my sister down at the local. It was a very small town. Drop us off, give us, I think, like $5 a piece, which actually did go a long ways back in the day, at the local movie theater. And we'd sit there and watch cartoons and everything all morning. And they were able to do their shopping and stuff like that without us bugging them. I think you can do that nowadays. I think that nowadays it's called child abandonment. Makar, you just read my referral script. Got the wrong "your" in there. If you're looking to join Star Citizen, you can use my referral code for some cool rewards and extra. I got the right one in there. Just being picky. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah, it's if you're looking to join Star Citizen, you can use. Should be the right you. Unless I'm missing something that's blatantly obvious. People in local theaters had their on their phones and yapping during the movie. I haven't been to a movie theater in ages. Just for that simple fact. I think last time I was at the movies were the Lord of the Rings saga, which is a long time ago. Luckily, your youngest is 27, so you can go get a beer while she's in the theater. Oh, I think I gotcha. At least I didn't spell it backwards like I typically do. Ooh. Server came back. Okay, Jeff, I need to get rid of that at your elevator. Give me my elevator. Technically, I could just take my armor off and backspace or log out and log back in. I should be here. And just run right down. But I'm nervous that if I do... I mean, my cargo's stored. I'm just worried that I won't be able to get back into a working server. Okay. Oh, now it's called. There we go. Jeff finally took the time to get out of his elevator. I do appreciate that. As everybody watching the stream. Okay, spaceport, here we go. And we don't have the guy ramming and running around or the guy crawling like we had earlier. I do appreciate the artwork and stuff in the station. Excuse me. Almost like the cherry blossom trees. Very cool stuff. Why can't we buy these big plushies? I'd like to get the big ones. Slow down my... Let's grab a pink one. Then grab a blue one. Your daughter's turning 10 and you still can't get her to take out the trash, so getting me a beer is definitely out of the question. Okay, I always get lost here. So we come up, come over. Pretty sure I'm went the right way. Isn't it? There we go. Yeah, because that's a ship rental. Make sure I sanitize after using that elevator. Using it for suspicious. It could be as masturbatorium, right? But yeah, with reshade, like the textures on the wall pop a lot more and stuff. I've noticed. Especially with the dark values and stuff like that. There's a lot more contrast. So we don't want Providence Platform. I believe we want Cloud View Center. Right? Or am I going the wrong way? I want to say it's this one. Cloud View Center.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. Please clear the hatch.
The nice leather texture. You really do enjoy Reshade? Yeah, it was really easy to install too. And the only pain was there was a gentleman on YouTube that did it. He's German, but he did an English version of the video. And you could download the presets in his Discord, except his Discord's all German. So I had to use Google Translate a little bit to figure it out and stuff. Zenerin would have been handy because he's from Germany. He could have like, oh yeah, just here, and here. You notice a patina on your ship more? Yeah, it definitely brings out the textures a lot more. Doesn't give it that huge washed out look. I tried to enable the so when I wasn't using Reshade, I used the experimental HDR. It looked all right and stuff. And then once I installed Reshade and then had the experimental HDR enabled in the settings, it was psychedelic. So I had to take that off. But as soon as I disabled the
Prepare to disembark.
experimental HDR in the settings, everything looked fantastic. And I'm sure there's stuff that can still be tweaked more, but
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
oh, we just froze up here. Waiting for another server error. There we go. So we recovered.
Missed your shuttle? Not a problem.
So looking for the Stratus building. There it is.
At Orison's Salvage. The next shuttle is approaching the station.
I like the ambience too, right? It's like the beautiful trees, like the cherry blossoms, kind of falling down in the wind, the breeze, the lighting. Totally zen out here. And maybe? No? Is there another side door? No, that's the right door. We'll probably get another server error here. It's alright. There's so many settings in Reshade you can make it look like the Land of Oz if you wanted. There is an absorbent amount of settings. There's a server error. In Reshade, it's crazy. I haven't taken the time to go through all the settings and stuff. I just use the gentleman's presets. So like I can hit the home key. And then for him, I just have it set to cinematic. But he's got some other ones. He has a night vision one. So if I select that, gives you like a night vision. He also has infrared. Don't ever see myself using that. It's a max one. But I usually do cinematic. On Mr. Server. Did anybody see anything? I didn't see anything when I was on break with the dogs. As far as news or a patch maybe still this weekend. I know for sure we're going to get some patches next week. So okay, his presets are good for you too. You prefer the infrared over the NV yourself? Oh, the infrared. Gotcha. Yeah, the green tint's a little much. I actually noticed too, like if you're flying down on the moon surface and it's pitch black out, you can't see anything. If you select your switch to your third person chase camera and stuff, everything's it's almost looks like it's almost like dawn. You can see all the details and stuff like that, but if you switch back to first person, it's pitch black. So there's that little hack if you're trying to land on the moon somewhere and you can't find like a cave entrance or something in the middle of the night and it's not marked. Sometimes that works. Come on, Mr. Server. Of course, it's always going to happen at the end of the night, right? Oh, that's right. I had thought about going back out to see if I could find your reclaimer after all the server errors and stuff, but I think it would have been like a needle in a haystack. And I was hoping that I would just respawn out there, because then I could have just taken your reclaimer, brought it back to my hangar, dropped your cargo, and then we could have just teamed up and I could have given it back to you. So you wouldn't have lost all of it. Yeah, I've never seen that before either. Because you tried backspace and it wouldn't even let you backspace. And yeah, you had me Dr. Kodvorkian you, and you're still... Your body was laying on the floor on my end, and you were still in the seat on your end. When you backspace, did you have a chance to go into the light? Was that an option? So hopefully the server will recommence here in about another... I'll throw some music up while we're waiting for the server to figure out what it's going to do. Let's see. This is a good song. They're hoping at least they can get the cargo so it wouldn't go to waste. Oh, we got back in. Okay, so turn that music down because I'm not going to be able to concentrate. So 2 runs with the Vulture, and we're down here at Orison. So we'll select Orison. We have 72 SCU and it sells for 10.7. So 7.76. 776.6k. It's for 72 units. Which puts us at 17.865 mil. And let me pull up. Zenerin shared with me. I think I shared with it on my Discord underneath resources. Let me grab it here. So yeah, in my Star Citizen Discord, or in my Discord, SC resources, there's sales and rental price, ship prices here. So let's see if I'm looking for the Valkyrie. Let's see if I can scroll down in here. So many ships, it's crazy. So the Valkyrie sells at Area 18 for 19,845,000. I still have a little bit of ways to go to grind out for that. Little by little. So I said 19. Yeah.
Hi. Let me know if there's anything I
Got
can
17. So I still got probably about 4 trips or so. Unless I decide to melt my cutty and upgrade my mole and just buy the mole in game. You figured you... If you lost 2.5 million with that load, so now you're up to 7.5 million. That's... Oh, ouch. Yeah, that 42,000 signature that you found out there was pretty epic. And you don't get interdicted too much out there? In the moon cluster or the asteroid cluster?
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
It is currently 16 degrees Celsius. Partly cloudy. Tomorrow's weather, 17 degrees Celsius and partly cloudy. Oh, it's windy.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Yep, hopefully you'll wake up tomorrow and there'll be a few there'll be a hot fix and stuff like that. Well, the devs just got back, what, today, was it? Or some of the devs? So, knew it was going to take time. And I'm glad, and I hope the devs got a good time off, because they've been crunching this year. So,
Missed your shuttle? Not a problem. Another shuttle will be along shortly. At Orison's Skyway shuttle service.
stay away from Grimhex and Miner's Laminate, and your a needle in a haystack. Okay.
The next shuttle is approaching the
I don't mind still panel salvaging out and ambitious as long as I'm further away from asteroid field. And I didn't do it tonight, but typically I'll have like Orison or one of the L1s queued up. So if I see a blimp on my radar coming out, typically that's going to be somebody that's going to try to gank you. So that way I can just switch over to quantum mode and get out of there.
Orison's Skyway shuttle service. We aim to make getting there half the fun. Please enjoy your flight.
You can just watch the wind blow around and stir up the leaves. Though I think with all this falling down the tree, it would be bare and naked by now. But he's very into his yoga. I wouldn't say that's a downward dog. You jump on his back? Oh, he didn't like that. Sorry, buddy. I was going to be the baby goat on the person's back.
A friendly reminder to check your personal belongings
Yeah, rough start to begin with, but
and to dispose of any the next shuttle
good ending.
station.
So I can't complain too much. It was still a successful stream. So let me...
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
We've got interdicted 4 times now, and 3 of those times were NPCs. Just bad luck of being near a mission spawn, but other than that, no interdictions. Okay. There we go. Give me 1 second as my computer catches up with me. Excuse me. Woofda. I never drink soda, and I grabbed a can of Pike's Peak Prickly Pear. It's actually pretty good. It actually does taste just like a pear. So... But yeah, as always, I appreciate everybody's time stopping in. It's wonderful to see old and new faces in the stream. So, like I said, Discord link is in the chat, and hopefully the link in the description is working and stuff. But if you guys want to hit up and do some mining or some salvaging over the weekend, just hit me up with my Discord. Just send me a direct message and stuff, and I'll be happy to run out. I don't have any plans this weekend, and it's going to be negative temperatures out, so I will be staying in, keeping warm. So, yeah, once again, thank you all for your time. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. And if I don't see you in Discord over the weekend, I'll catch you on Monday. You guys have a great weekend ahead. Stay safe, and see you around.